a show where we talk about fishing things called.
What? Hey folks, welcome to What? Well, today we're going to talk about baits, leadhead jig heads, shaky heads that skip easy. Now we all mostly fish big reservoirs or lakes that have docks and boathouses. And if you come up to a boathouse in the summertime, even in the spring, even around the spawn on Lake Gaston, where I live, bass spawned around docks. In the summertime, you've got to fish the docks. Let's say after the spawn, post-spawn, onto deep water time, and even sometimes all summer long, you get on some deeper docks. Docks are going to have 8 to 10 foot of water around them. Bass will stay there all summer. How do we get up under those docks as far as we want to get with a spinning reel like this? How do we do that? Some baits just don't skip easy. But today I'm going to show you a few baits, lead heads, that skip easy. Okay? So welcome to What? And welcome to Lake Country. My name is Dennis, and let's look at those lead heads. Okay guys, we was talking about shaky heads or lead head jigs that skip easy. Skipping under docks. Jolly Brewer slider heads. Okay, this is called a spider slider. This is a classic model, which just has a smallest plain hook. This is the pro model. The pro model has a bigger hook, has a bigger notch in it. You see the difference? Alright. What do I throw on those most of the time? I'm either throwing a power worm or a finesse worm. Okay? That's what I throw most of the time on these. Alright, this is a Nichols bait. It's called a skipping head. And it looks like a skipping head, doesn't it? Alright, again, you just thread him on. He's got a little hook here to hold your bait. And you just slide him up on there. Okay? Guys, I don't know the name of this one. I went back, got on my computer hologram and looked on the tackle warehouse, trying to think of the name. It's the only one I have here that has a screw lock, but the reason I have it, if you can tell the way it's made, you can see, well, then it's going to skip easy. It's like a skateboard or a sled. It's got this big flat surface. That's what makes a bait skip, guys. It's a flat surface. If you take a bait like that 4-inch dinger right there and put that on this bait right here, she's going to skip like nothing. It's going to skip good, isn't it? Because you got a big flat surface on both of them. This will go way back under a dock. Stay at the light line. Alright. This one's called a Klein spot stalker. Again, the way the head's made, you thread the worm on. Okay? You thread the worm on. It's like that. She's going to skip pretty good, guys. Because it's compact and you put a fat bait on it, she's going to skip. This bait right here, it's made by Jean LaRue. It's called a shooter. Again, you thread your bait up, you lead, you put a 6-inch dinger on her or Senko. Gives you a little weight. You can get her back under a dock. You know, a Senko weightless skips really good, doesn't it? You put that on and give you just a little bit more weight. You can get it on back of your bait anywhere you want it, and it sinks faster. Which in the summertime you want a faster sink ratio. And of course, I'm going to show you one more here. We all know, if you ever used a Ned rig, that Ned head skips really easy. Again, on a Ned head, you want something fat on it. Now, let's clear a spot right here for a minute. Right here. What do I throw on these heads most time? I throw finesse baits. That's a Zoom finesse worm. I throw 4-inch power worms. I throw dingers or Senkos. I use dingers a lot, guys. I've heard people arguing about that. I ran into a guy at the bait shop the other day. He's all, I throw nothing but Senkos. He was looking for a color he couldn't find. And I picked the color up and handed it to him in a dinger. He said, oh no, I don't want those. I've never tried those. The only thing I use is Senkos. I said, well, you're losing out, dude, because they work. Senkos are great. Dingers work too. I've catch them on both. I've used both. Strike King finesse worm. I like them too, guys. Again, to the Zoom worm there, what's the difference? Look, they're both the same size, aren't they? These work fine. I've caught fish on them. That blue fleck right there, that's my go-to color. Y'all know that now. Watermelon candy, green pumpkin, blue flake. That's my 3 colors I like. Now this thing here is a squirrel tail worm by Big Bite Baits. Alright? I use them a lot. My son asked me one time a few years ago, we was fishing, he said, Dad, why in the world does a bass want to eat something that silly looking? I don't know. But when you stop that thing, this skinny part right here, lets this tail just bobble. It just bobbles around. And I think that's what they like about it. If you let it sit on the bottom, that tail just bobbles. I catch a lot of fish on those. I've caught a pile of fish on them. Yes, I like them. I use them. I've got them in about 6 colors. I can tell you right now, if you've never tried them, the green pumpkin works fine. The blue fleck one, if you're not going to buy but 2 colors, buy the green pumpkin, blue fleck, and squirrel tail worm and get a try. Again, guys, nobody sponsors me. I'm just trying to help you. I hope I showed you something that can help you. And one more thing I'm going to show you. It won't skip as quite as far as those worms, but if you get a bait that has a wide body like that, see how that thing got that flat body? Again, it's that skateboard shape in it. See what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show you. It's that skateboard shape. That bait skips pretty decent. That's a missile baits destroyer. Some of your creature baits will skip decent. What slows them down from skipping is when you got legs and stuff like this, they tend to catch the water and slow the skip down. A bait that's straight like this tends to skip a lot easier. And even a straight tail tends to skip a lot easier. That's what the easiest thing to skip is right there. A dinger or a Senko, they are the easiest. Okay, fellow fishermen. I reckon that's fisherwoman too, maybe. Let me show you what I use to skip around a dock with. Now, this rod here is a Senko Bass X. Now y'all guys that fish a lot are familiar with them. It's about a $110 rod. This is a medium action. It's a 6'6". Now you'll find when you're trying to skip up under a dock and you're on a boat and you lean over and you get that side arm, you got to keep that bait close to the water. You want to keep your rod tip close to the water, maybe 6 inches off of it, and you got to put some ram behind that thing from speed. You got to put some muscle in it. You can't worry about hitting something or hitting the dock. You got to let her fly. You need a shorter rod. A 7-foot rod's okay if you're a tall guy. I'm not a tall guy, guys. I'm about 5'7.5" or something like that. And when I'm wet, maybe 5'8". But you got to have a shorter rod. Most times it seems to work better. And the medium action is fine. This Bass X does good. I got 8 pound on it. Now, I'm going to mention this as I switch rods here, guys. I know some of you are thinking already. I see it in your eyes. You're thinking like, how do you get them out beneath the dock? You're not going to get them all out on an 8-pound test. You're not going to get them all out. If you're fishing docks and pitching the docks, that's just part of it. Chickahominy River, you see my videos on Chickahominy River? That's what we do. We skip docks at Chickahominy River a lot. Because the bass are on those docks, especially during the moving tide. And we use shaky heads a lot. And we use slider heads mainly, okay? The slider heads are excellent. Now, my other rod I use a lot, guys, y'all have seen this rod on other things. So I use these rods for a lot of things. Bass X. I use that Bass X for small swim baits also. So we know we buy rods and we can use them for different techniques, can't we? This Dobbin's Furry, 6'6" also. It's a medium light. Now that's a medium. It's a medium light. And I've got 8 pound on it. The medium light gives you some tip and it helps you skipping under a bait. And under a bait. Helps you skipping under a dock. A lot of times I say something, I don't catch it until I'm edited, and I just let it go. I caught that one, didn't I? So, look. Again, you got 8 pound line. The trick is, too, guys, is lock your drag down pretty tight. I'll give you a little tip here. When you skip back under that dock, she hits the water, and you move it twice. Usually, the bass will hit on that initial cast. When you skip that thing across the water, I think it gets them excited. Because usually when that thing starts to sink, they got it then. You watch shad, when a school of shad around and the bass get after them, some of the shad will come up and hop across the top of the surface. I've seen it many times. Fish school here right often. And I get into schoolers once or twice a week here in the summertime. And when they school and the bass get after them, the shad, especially blueback herring, we have blueback herring, they'll get up and run across the surface. I've seen them go 8 feet across the surface like that. I mean, it's bouncy, like you would skip a rock. I've seen them do it many a times. I love watching them do it. The bass are after them, and the bass are snapping at them, It's interesting. It just gets you all fired up. If that don't get you fired up, guys, you waste your time fishing. It gets you fired up and you see it happening. And you can throw a fluke or something out there and catch them sometimes, or a swim bait. That's what I do when I get into them like that. But my point is, when you skip that, I went squirrel in it. My point is, when you skip that bait and it skips back under that dock, I think they think of that. I think automatically in that fish's mind, he goes, something's skipping, something's running from something. Here it comes. And if it's a bass hunter and he's at all interested, he'll hit you on that initial sink. If you've never done this, well, you're going to find that out. If not, the first time you move that fish to the bottom, he's got it. So usually I throw it underneath there, work it 2 or 3 times. Once I work it back a little ways, I reel it in. When a fish hits you, set the hook. You don't need one of those guys. Give a pull, using light line. You're using a small hook. You don't need to break, cross his eyes. Give a long pull. I give a long pull, and I'm reeling at the same time. Keep him coming. Don't stop reeling. Keep him coming until he gets to the edge of the dock. Then you can wear him out. I've caught 5, 6 pounders off a dock's 8-pound line, and I've lost quite a few too. And what I've learned, you gotta get them moving. As soon as they hit you, reel and pull. Pull and just keep on reeling. I tighten my drag down. If he breaks me, he breaks me. But it's for sure, if you let him run back through that dock taking your drag, you're not going to get him in. Because he's going to take you around the post. I've had him go around the post and jump up in front of the dock. And then I went around a couple posts. And I'm just looking like, oh boy, here we go. And I stick my rod back under the dock and run up to the dock of the boat. I stick my rod back under the dock and I'm laying down and I'm trying to get him in. And sometimes you work it out, but most time you don't. But that's part of dock fishing. You're not going to get them all in when you're dock fishing. I hope that helps you guys. I hope you've seen a couple baits that skip easy that you want to try. And give them a try because it's a lot of fun to go out and skipping docks in it. Summertime, it's hard to beat it. We'll see you next time, right here on an episode of What? On Fishing Lake Country.